an update on my 90-gallon reef. Added some couple new fish and a new piece of coral. Seems to do really well. So the fish I got was a blue velvet damsel. Seems to be doing pretty well. You know, not picking. It's supposed to be semi-aggressive. It's not really picking on any of the tank mates. You know, I have a scooter blenny, lawnmower blenny, big yellow striped maroon clown, yellow fin tang, and I have a couple wrasse in here. I got a yellow chorus wrasse, which is back there if you can see them, and I got a Christmas wrasse over here. Pretty cool fish. So back to the coral here. The branch hammer. I got a maxi mini carpet anemone. It's doing very, very well. I have a wall hammer, green, also doing very well. This thing was really small, and now it's just huge. I would say it's definitely a showpiece. You know, it's doing really, really well. I have a couple A cans here. This one is doing really well. I just fed the tank, so that's why it's closed. This one, I think some debris got onto it, so it started rotting the tissue away on the A can there. You can see it to the left. And I got this closed brain coral. When I received it in the mail, wasn't in good condition as it is in now. The camera's not really showing much color here, but it's just a phenomenal piece. Came back, looks really, really good. You see some brown, a lot of green, a lot of purple. The camera's just not picking it up. And then I got this Fabia brain here. It's doing pretty well. I got this frog spawn frag, which is doing really. It's actually pretty big. You can see next to the shell there how big it is. And I got this daisy polyp that was actually dying. It had some brown disease on it, and it's starting to come back. I have this acropora. Got this mushroom polyp rock here with some zoanthus where the hermit crab is. And I got this couple gonopores here. This one to the left. Got about 6 months ago, and it seems to be doing really well. So I advanced to a bigger piece. It's just doing really well. Now I got the sea urchin back there. You can see that's pretty big. Then I got a chalice here, green chalice. You can see it's a little brown at the moment. I think I had it too close to the light and it started to bleach, as you can see on the top. So I moved it down here. In about a week it started bringing back its color, so I think that's a good spot for it for right now until I figure where else to put it. What else do I have here? I have candy cane back there. You can't really see it. I also had that on the bottom. Started to turn brown, and so I moved it up, you know, more than halfway up to the tank immediately, and it just within a couple weeks it started doing really, really well. It opens up at night now. Just the color seems to be coming back, and the brown is dissipating. And then I have these blastos back here that I couldn't figure out, you know, the lighting system for them. I moved them around probably about a dozen times and finally found out that you know, that they're really better off with either very low lighting or low lighting. I have 250 watt metal highlights, so I got about 700 watts here in a 90 gallon. It's about 7.6 watts per gallon, which is pretty strong. Pretty much put anything I want in here. And I have, I forgot the name of this. I think it's a Galaxy or some sort here. I forget what it is. Very aggressive coral. As you can see, the tentacles are out. And then I have this pink chalice up here that's not doing very well. I don't know if it's the lighting or maybe, you know, these frags are just test out to see, you know, what's recommended for them and, you know, for my preference and, you know what's best for these type of creatures in my system, so I can continue to move forward and put more stuff in. So I need to, best thing to do is to buy frags, you know, move them around your tank to see, you know, what the best place is for them, the conditions and such. I got a couple big, there's a Christmas wrasse. You can kind of see him over here. He's running away from me. He doesn't like me. Oh, the other piece, toadstool leather. This thing was, you know, really small. You can pull it away from a little bit and you can kind of see how big it is. This thing was probably the size of a cereal bowl, and I've had it since about a week before Christmas of 2010, and it's just grown like crazy. It's huge. It's one of my favorite pieces. You know, it's actually starting on the tips. It's actually starting to grow some flower-like pot things on the tops, which didn't have it at all until I got the metal highlight, which is an awesome light. As you can see, I have a nice little sign there. Life is good at the beach, which is very true. I love the beach, love the ocean. So what else do I have here? I have, oh, there's the scooter bunny. You can barely see him on top of the rock. The blue velvet, the big maroon clown. And behind him is the yellow, the Christmas wrasse. And then I have, for some reason, this bubble tip anemone is back here, and you know, I had to adjust my rocks a little bit so I can get some light. And for some reason, my clown isn't hosting him anymore. I don't know why. He still goes up and rubs up against him, but when I drop food in there, he just doesn't bring it to him anymore. I don't know what his deal is. What is this? Oh yeah, MP40. Awesome pump. Power head. Has many different modes. Has some coralline algae on it. Got this over here. Definitely gonna get another one of these eventually. They're about $450 for just one. You know, but they're well worth it. And then this is my little setup over here that I have for the ballast. Don't really have much room here in New York City, so you know I gotta deal with it. And then new chiller here that I purchased about a couple weeks ago. Very quiet. I can't believe the difference between the other one that I had to this one. It's quarter horsepower, runs 260 gallons. This is the setup. Deep sand bed, which is very highly recommended. Does wonders to your tank. About 4 inches. And then my sump system, a little crazy under here right now. I'm still trying to organize it, see what the best setup here. Also got the ATO JBJ auto top off. I had another one which is crap. This one's so much better. Has 2 sensors. One you can put in the sensor, which is right here, and another one in my bucket here. I recommend using white because it can, any other color can cause phosphates. So I fill that up probably about every week. It's only 5 gallons. Instead of doing it every day, topping off the water, I just fill this up once a week, and you know, maybe a little bit, maybe 8 days.